This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and welcome to the 5th episode of the Naughty Bucket Chronicles. If you follow my channel, you are almost certainly familiar with Bosnian Bill, his excellent YouTube channel, and his infamous Naughty Bucket. That's where Bill keeps locks that have thus far resisted his picking efforts. Well, in my recent visit to Bill's lock lab, he graciously allowed me to select several locks from the Naughty Bucket for me to try at home. And this is one of those locks. It's a really interesting Chinese 3-yes padlock with a key tag that says the lock has never been picked. Well, we're going to try to change that today. This lock's key is really interesting. It's a finned cylinder with dimple cuts that appear to set 8 pins, but there's actually only 6 pins inside of this. But honestly, I don't think that matters. Those pins are pretty easy to pick. The real difficulty in opening this lock stems from 2 hidden magnetic pins, and if we look at the bottom of the key, you can see the 2 magnets that set them. Well, I did some experimenting and did figure out a way to deal with those pins, so let's get to picking and I'll show you what it takes to open a Chinese 3-yes padlock. The first thing we're going to have to do is decode the magnetic pins, and I have a couple of tools here to do that. I have a pick, a small piece of plastic, and some really tiny magnets. The first thing we're going to do is drop one of those magnets right down the keyway, and if you look carefully, you can see that it went right to where that first magnetic pin is. So I'm going to remove that magnet, being very careful to preserve its orientation. I'm going to slide this down my pick a little bit. Now there are 2 pins, so one more magnet goes down the keyway, and I'm going to have to use this plastic to push it to the second magnetic pin. And when I did that, I could see it flip over, so we know those 2 pins have opposite orientation. I'm removing that second magnet. Now from experimentation, I found that what we get through that decoding method is actually the opposite of what we need to open this lock. So I'm going to flip both of these magnets over. And now we have the tool that we need to set those magnetic pins. But before we can use it, we have to set the standard pins. So I'm going to get another pick and a tensioner and pick those standard pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, that second one I think is a spool. There we go, got that one. Okay, we have all of the pins set. Now let's get our magnets. I'm going to put them down the keyway and actually use the pick to slightly counter-rotate the core. I'm going to pulse that motion while moving the magnets until we find the exact right location, at which point the core turns. So, as you saw, this lock isn't too hard to open once you figure out its magnetic secret. However, if you don't know about it, be prepared for hours of frustration. In any case, I think a change in this lock's marketing materials is probably appropriate. It says the lock's never been picked. Well, I think we can cross this off. The lock has been picked. That's all I have for you today. Bill, once again, thank you so much for letting me take a shot at the Naughty Bucket. To everyone else, if you do have any questions or comments, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.